Another major story tonight on Capitol Hill behind me. We are witnessing history in the making. Senate Republicans have changed the way the chamber confirms Supreme Court nominees from the 60-vote threshold to a simple majority, saying they're going back to business as usual before Democrats started requiring that 60-vote threshold for judges years ago. Republicans insist the Democrats' effort to block the confirmation of Neil Gorsuch is all about payback. Democrats say Gorsuch is a nominee for a stolen Supreme Court seat, citing Republican refusal to consider then-President Obama's choice last year. Chief Congressional Correspondent Mike Emanuel is on the Hill tonight to tell us where we are right now. Good evening, Mike.
Correct. Good evening. There were several attempts to beat a partisan filibuster by Democrats, but Republicans could not get 60 votes. So Republicans changed the threshold to move forward with the Supreme Court nomination.
On this vote, the ayes are 48. The nays are 52.
With 52 votes, Republicans launched the so-called nuclear option to advance the Supreme Court nomination of Judge Neil Gorsuch. Today, Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said he had no choice, facing what he called an historic partisan filibuster.
Unfortunately, it has brought us to this point. We need to restore the norms and traditions of the Senate and get past this unprecedented partisan filibuster.
3 Democrats then voted with Republicans to advance the Gorsuch nomination: Donnelly of Indiana, Heitkamp of North Dakota, and Manchin of West Virginia. All 3 from conservative states likely facing competitive re-election races next year. The Senate's Democratic leader complained bitterly about the change in Senate precedent.
Cumulative resentments from years of partisan trench warfare were too great. Instead of the Senate forcing us to change, senators have decided to change the Senate.
Republicans pushed for a straight up or down vote for Gorsuch, but Democrats responded to the anger in their base after President Obama's last Supreme Court nominee, Judge Merrick Garland, never received consideration. And some suggested this was a, quote, stolen Supreme Court seat.
The nuclear option was used by Senator McConnell when he stopped Merrick Garland. What we're facing today is the fallout.
Tempers flared early, with the Senate Judiciary Chairman venting his anger at his Democrat colleagues.
You've got to press forward, don't you? Even though you know the effort is doomed to fail. And that's why this is a especially sad state of affairs.
And some question the fallout.
A very sad day for the Senate, because we have now destroyed 200 years of tradition of requiring 60 votes, which meaning that you have to have bipartisan approach to these issues and these appointments. And I think we're on a slippery slope.
As I look around at what just happened on this floor, I must ask the question, where are we headed?
And leading Republicans noted that President Trump made the Supreme Court a campaign issue, even telling voters who he would nominate.
The American people on November the 8th selected President Trump. President Trump nominated Judge Neil Gorsuch, and tomorrow we will confirm that nominee.
After it was done, some expressed the worry about this eventually leading to changing the filibuster rule on legislation. Passing major bills with a simple majority could be the next temptation at some point. Brett?
More on this with the panel. Mike, thanks.